So, see, the first stanza itself tells so many things. What is indicated? What is God? Number one. Number two, where He is available. Let us first concentrate on these two aspects. You ask people, what is your understanding of God? And I can tell you, if I ask all students here, we will get at least 10 different answers. What is your understanding of God? How many of you think He is sitting somewhere up in the sky? Nobody thinks that. Where is He? Is He everywhere? How many of you think He is everywhere? You all think. Where do we see Him? Where do we recognize Him? Nowhere. Right? So we say He is everywhere, but then immediately we say, I don't know where He is. But He is everywhere. How can a thing be everywhere? Or what thing can be everywhere? And in which way? It is said, even though this paramatma is God, He is available everywhere. In all beings, all things. What is His nature? Because if I am looking for the form of Rama or Krishna, Shiva, Narayana, Devi, Ganesha, we are not going to see Him everywhere. And somebody else is going to object. You are looking for this God, I am looking for somebody else. So here the nature of God is given. Dvayanandah. Advaya means non-dual, Ananda means bliss. So what is the nature of God? Non-dual bliss. That is why all our Swami's names, they are Ananda. Like Vivekananda, Chinmayananda, Tejumayananda, Sharanananda, like that. Ananda. So Paramatma's nature is Ananda Swarupa, blissful. And what kind of bliss? Advaya, non-dual. What do we mean by non-dual? What do you understand by the word non-dual? Okay, so there is one God without separation, without distinction. Without distinction in objects. That means there is no separate God in this book and in this table and in these bodies and in this body. Then in which form? It is available here also, everywhere. What would its nature be? Bliss. Now what is this bliss in this table or in this class? Go ahead, don't hesitate. All attempts are good.
Does it have to be the table?
We are saying everywhere, right?
Yeah, but
so
does it have to be an object?
If we discard objects, it cannot be everywhere then. Right? Correct? Because if you all go out from this hall, we will say God is not here anymore. And because then what is remaining is only objects. Now the question is, if God is everywhere, He should be in each object. Right? Even where there is no object, for example, let's say between me and you, there is so much space. Space is another object. Object does not mean only formful object. Between us also, where there seems to be a gap, is God there or not?
Yes.
It has to be there. Otherwise he is not all-pervading anymore. Then it will be back to that he is sitting somewhere. So, it's not specific objects as such, everywhere he is available. In which way? So the scriptures, okay, I will continue now. So the scriptures, they say, he is available as existence of each thing. For example, this mic here, right? This is all steel. When I say this is mic, what I am actually referring to is steel. But the expression that I use is mic. Right? When I touch this, I say this is a cup, but it is glass. Right? So I am referring to one thing, but essentially it is something else. Like that, God is pervading in this creation as creation.
Can I just ask clarification? When you say the cup but that's glass, you mean the material, not the fact that some people call it cup?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, you can, I didn't use the word glass because then the glass as the object and glass as the material would not distinguish the two. That's fine. You can use the other example. This is plastic, right? The belt. So it is belt or plastic. Well, it is plastic in the form which is called belt. Right? So there are two things. In the beginning we see only belt. Correct? When we pay closer attention, we see, oh, it's plastic and belt. And then we realize there is no belt, it's only plastic. Correct? Some more examples. Let us say this kurta. Right? So what is this kurta? Cotton. Cotton threads going crisscross. That is this kurta. So now there are two things here. Kurta and cotton threads. True or false? False. Because if you remove all cotton threads, where is kurta? There is no kurta if you remove all cotton threads, right? So now there is only cotton. Earlier what was the understanding? Only kurta. Then we came to cotton and kurta. Then what is our understanding? Only cotton. Like that, our earlier understanding is, I see only world. Then the next understanding is, there is world and there is God. And what is the next understanding? There is only God. That is what is called all-pervading. Right? So when I say steel is all-pervading the mic, which means there is only steel, there is no mic. Plastic is all-pervading the belt, which means there is only plastic and no belt. Cotton is all-pervading kurta, means there is only cotton and no kurta. And God is all-pervading the world, which means what? There is no world. Wow. This is what our scriptures want to